What up, YouTube? Registered Return Rider coming in today from Lake City, Florida, guys. As you can see here, my package have arrived. Been waiting for this for a couple of days, guys. We are going to do a video. This is the Big Blue Lift from the UK. And we're going to be talking a little bit about it. Hang on to the video, guys, and we're going to talk about this. We're going to give it a review. And if you're interested in purchasing this product, man, I'm going to tell you what you're going to have to go through to get it to you. But yeah, folks, you can see the guy there from DHL going back. He's walked it down the driveway. We're going to take a different approach to this. This thing is a little over 80 pounds. I think GoldRizer 1 did a weight on it. Guess the guy didn't want to. I don't know if there's new regulations on trucks coming down the driveway, but you can see here my driveway is pretty cracky. Been doing a lot of work here, guys. Haven't been staying pretty busy. But anyway, let's roll the intro and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Yeah, that's the feeling. Been a while since I heard that flat six sing. Let the big iron settle down again. Got some highway rust here on my soul. Time to let that black top make me whole. Rich as a return rider, let the good times roll. Chasing after freedom down this never an asphalt road. Pointing this wing towards a distant horizon line. Yeah, this feeling's better than a bottle of aged wine. Yeah, better than a bottle of aged wine. Back in the saddle.
All you folks that's here for the first time, thanks for tuning in. For all you folks that's return viewers, appreciate you coming back. For all that subscribe to the channel, appreciate the support. For you folks that haven't yet subscribed, guys, it takes nothing off you to hit that subscribe button. Let's get this package to the garage. And we'll get it assembled. Younger guys can lift these heavy packages, but as you're going to see here, I'm going to take an easier approach. All right, folks, we're going to be narrating over this video here. Forgive the yard here, guys. I've had a lot of projects going on here. It's been almost 100 degrees here in Florida. But let's talk about it, man. Now, I was so excited to get this product here from the UK. I've been waiting a couple of days. We're going to talk about it. It has not been easy getting this thing into my garage, and it has not been inexpensive. Now, I wasn't going to do an installation video on this, guys, but I encounter so many things with getting this package together before I did the review. Now, GoldRizer 1 has done 3 different videos on this, but there's certain little detailed things that I encountered as I was putting this thing together that I think it would be beneficial for anyone watching this video and purchasing this item to know. So I'm going to take this opportunity to do that. I've had some issues with some things that I needed to fix, and I thought it would be important to share that stuff with you. So let's get this thing unboxed. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to be narrating over the video to let you see what I encounter. You got a 30-day warranty on this thing. We're going to see if we're going to keep it or if we are going to be sending it back. So what you're looking at here, guys, is this is the stuff that was in the box. We're going to get a little close up here on it. With all the parts that's included. I want you to pay special attention to what they call the buffers there and those little rings that they have there. The first thing we're going to be doing, guys, is we're going to be taking that belly pan off. But anyway, we're going to be taking the belly pan off. That is it there, because we're going to need to be able to lift the bike up with that unit off, and we're going to place it over here somewhere. First thing we're going to be doing, guys, we're going to be putting these little casters on, and we're going to talk about those little casters a little while. You're going to tighten them, and then you're going to back them off slightly just so they roll. It's going to be important, guys, that we use a torque wrench for a lot of the stuff that we are going to be doing on this product. These are the little slides or guides, whatever they call them. That's important. Now, this is supposed to come with like 10 of them. What I'm doing there, guys, I'm using the grease to get these things to stay in place. It's important to have these things on the jack. That's actually the lift part right there. It's supposed to have 10 of these things. I actually lost one, but yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that also. But what I'm doing now is I'm using the grease to keep these things in place. So yeah, you might go ahead and lube these up so they stay in position. Otherwise, they'll fall out, and these things are really hard to locate once they start rolling. We're going to show at some point there why these things are so important. But you're looking at the jack there on the side, the stand part. The bolts that is in the bottom there, guys, is recommended that you use a torque wrench at 25 pound-feet of torque. I think that's the correct way to say it. 25 foot-pounds. We say 25 foot-pounds, but it's really 25 pound-foot of torque. And once you get this unit here assembled, what you're going to do is you're going to take that grease that you just see and you're going to run this thing up and down to help lubricate the lift rod, they call it, the screw that's in there. It's not a hydraulic system, which is what I really liked about it. And what I'm using here, guys, is a Ryobi drill, and I'm just running it up and down. And you want to do this before you lift the bike. Just run it up and down that shaft and have everything well lubricated. At the top part where I have the drill, there's also a bearing at the top that needs to be lubricated also. And at this point, what I'm trying to do is to get the jack under the bike. And this in itself, with those little wheels, is not exactly the easiest task. So I'm actually looking under the bike now to see the placement of where this jack is supposed to be going. And the problem that I ran into, guys, is I just couldn't get the jack far enough underneath to have the jack in the right position to lift. What you're looking at right there is how the jack is touching against the exhaust, so it's not sliding under the bike. And here, I remedied that situation by using 2x4 that I got from Home Depot. I put the front wheel under 2x4. Those are also little jack stands that I had there. And it lifted the bike enough that it created some clearance that you can just push the jack under the bike in the right position. Now, GoRider1 has done a video completely unlining this thing up. So I'm going to encourage you guys to go look at his video. I think I'm going to actually leave a link in his installation video. But one of the things what I'm doing there now is I'm measuring to see how close I am before I lean the bike upward. This is going to be the first run of me lifting the bike on this jack. So I want you to pay attention here because I incurred a problem after we got the bike up. Now I'm using a drill here that's an electric drill because the other drill that I was using is actually a Ryobi 20 volt that I've had about 10 years. And with both batteries, I struggle to get the unit to go all the way to the top. So I had to use my electric drill there that is powerful enough to get it up. And as I lowered it, again, at this point, I didn't have the 2x4 on the front wheel. What I want you to pay attention to there, guys, is the top where my hand is, that bolt. If you see how far up that bolt is because we had a problem underneath. Those buffers, washers, or whatever you want to call it, as I was trying to lower the jack, and I was trying to get the jack low enough that the bike clears it, it broke what I call a grommet or a bushing. That's a rubber piece that's underneath. And it also split the cotter pin that was holding it in, and it bent the washer. Now, I assume, man, I had put excessive pressure on this, but none of the drills that I got are really powerful. That runs up and down. These are the two different drills. I'm now using the power drill, the electric drill there. You're looking at the bike here. It's in position. This is exactly where it should be. That's right behind the kickstand there, the stand. And these are the tools that we're going to be talking a little bit about here. I guess I should have mentioned that before. But torque wrench is important. 25 foot-pounds for the bolts. Follow the instructions, guys. Otherwise, you're going to have problems with how the lift goes up and down. What I'm looking at there, guys, is a socket with a 17. This little thing here comes with the unit, and that is so you can screw that screw piece up and down to get for the lift. I also use a number 8 for the top part of the rod to hold the bolt while we screw it down in a fill-up. I got a 17 wrench there. That 17 wrench is actually going to be holding on the locking part while you're torquing the other side down. And we also have a 13 here that's going to be setting the brace that's going to be supporting the bike, the handles that's going to be supporting the bike. That torque wrench there is crucial, guys. 2x4 underneath makes your world way easier to lift this bike and to get it down. The last thing that I did there, guys, is I pushed that cardboard under it, because with those little casters feel like they serve no purpose, just to move the jack around the garage there. But man, there's some things here, guys, about this jack, and I'm going to talk about it as I wrap the video up here. And most importantly, man, what I think about it. Am I keeping it? Am I happy with it? All right, folks, so we're coming to you here from the garage now, guys. We have assembled the jack. First of all, let me apologize for the dirtiness of the bike. One of the great things about getting this jack is I was hoping to be able to help keep my bike clean, especially the undercoating. Well, first of all, let's talk about whether we're going to be keeping this big blue jack or not. Well, let's start this here by saying, guys, I didn't want to do a complete assembly of this motorcycle jack, so I didn't. GoRider 1 have done 3 different videos. He's done the installation video of the jack. He's also done how to strap this motorcycle down. I actually, because of him, I bought these loops here from Amazon. These things are relatively cheap. I think under 20 bucks. You get 8 of them in there. So strapping the bike down, guys, is a great idea. But let's talk about what it took to get this thing here, man. Now, like I said, it came from the UK. It have, I think, a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. You don't want it, you can send it back. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that entails packing this thing back up, disassembling it. It's a heavy item. But let's talk about what it took to get it here. Now, when I first looked at this jack, as I was watching videos, previous videos on this jack, at the time it was like $800 and something. Still kind of pricey, but this is now August 2026. And I see here the first thing they have, customer feedback 110 USD. And this was an update on the Big Blue tariff charge, they called it. So I'm assuming it went up. I don't know if it's because of tariffs or it's just with everything in the economy. It went up to a little, I guess, $110 more. So the purchase, according to the website, you can't go to the website, guys. They no longer provide this in Canada. So you can go to the website. As far as I was unable to get it from Canada. So I went to the website, and what it have here is $995, Big Blue, including mounts and shipping. Now, I did speak to somebody at the company about the purchasing process, because this specific lift comes with the arms for the 2018 and up Goldwing, and that's included in this price. But it also say here, mounts and shipping included. Now, let me share my experience with you guys. Now, I expected this item to come straight to the house. When I was looking for the item to show up, I got an email in Amazon as I was tracking it, and it was at a company in Jacksonville called DHL. Now, I've always seen this shipping company and stuff like that on Formula One. They're a pretty popular company for shipping and so forth, and different logistics. And I said, what the hell? They're now charging me $112. So there was a hole on the product when I was expecting the product to be delivered to the house. So I called them to find out what that was about. I assume if that's what it costs to deliver it, I'll take a ride over to Jacksonville. I'll go to Cycle Gear. I'll go to Ride Now Power Sports. But no, they said that was to the government and it's duty. I know a lot of things that come from other countries also come. You get charged duty, especially when you're traveling. But I don't know if the website or this company is aware that that is an added charge when it says here, mounts and shipping. So I was a little disappointed with that. I did a little bit of research into it before I actually paid the $112. I put in for it to be delivered the next day. The next day, the package didn't show up. So as I was getting ready to contact them, as I was running some errands the next day, I've had this here now probably close to a couple of weeks. The guy that you're seeing there walking away, he come down the driveway as I'm leaving my house, and he delivered the package. I was a little disappointed with that, guys, because I wanted to keep the price of the jack under $1,000. This ended up costing me, just to let you guys know, $112.34. So now I think I'm up to $1,100 and some change. It says here duty payment, DHL. This was on July 11th. So like I said, today is actually August 2nd that I'm doing this video. But that's the first thing that was disappointing. So again, if you're planning to purchase this item, guys, forgive the noise in the background. That's the fans. This is a really hot day here in Florida. We've been dealing with almost some 100-degree days. I'm in the garage. I got the fans running. But I wanted to get this video out. Gave me plenty of time to do the product. If I need to return it, to return the product. Now, the other thing is, let's talk about the pros and the cons. Let's start with the cons. First of all, that extra shipping costs, I don't know if the company's aware of that. I think I'm going to send them an email to let them know so that when customers get in touch with them, they can make them aware that they're going to have to pay duty on the item. It's understandable that everything has gone up. It's now listed at $9.95, but that's supposed to be including shipping. So that's the first thing I was a little disappointed with, guys. I was happy to get this thing here. I've been waiting for it. I consider building a concrete pad outside so I can detail this motorcycle. When you're cleaning your bike, guys, and you can have them up at a distance like this, well, let's talk about the cons first. The first thing was the assembly. Like I said, I wasn't going to do an assembly video, but I came across some things there that I thought was important that GoRider 1 didn't cover. I mean, you can't cover every detail in the video, otherwise these videos will be extremely long. But the first thing is use a torque wrench. If you don't use a torque wrench and you decide to tighten the 17 bolts that go with this thing, especially in the arm that rides up and down, and I actually over-torqued them, so that's my error, it's going to prevent the jack from smoothly going up and down. That's the first thing that you need to be aware of. Not necessarily a con, but something that you need to be aware of and why I did the video and the way I did the video. But there it is. The other thing that I was really disappointed on is that they call it, I call it a bushing or some kind of a grommet, like a spacer. There's a rubber one to the top. There's a rubber one to the bottom. That one to the bottom, guys, took almost no effort to just snap and disintegrate the cotter pin. That's a weak point. They need to develop that a little better. So yeah, that was a little disappointing, guys, because I was really excited about this item coming. It was a little pricey. Went through a little bit of nonsense, you know, or whatever you went through, but was excited about getting this thing. As you can see here, it's a nice height. But let's move on as we're talking about the cons. The other con was the ability to get it under the bike. Now I have remedied that by using the 2x4 that you're seeing on the ground there. If you roll the front up on a 2x4, it allows it to go under the bike so you can position the bike in the right position to lift. So that was another thing that I was a little disappointed. A lot of Goldwing owners are older owners, and the thing about it is they don't want to be trying to muscle and maneuver stuff around. You know, they want things to run a little bit smoothly. The other thing I was a little disappointed of, and I know it didn't say that in none of the videos I watched, but I kind of wish this thing could move with the bike on it like it had other wheels. Perfect segue for talking about that. Those little wheels that come with this thing, it's enough to roll it to the destination, but when it comes to getting under the bike, there's no way. I mean, my garage is designed in a way that it's a non-slit surface, so it's kind of hard. Once you get down there and you look under the positioning to move this jack, this is a sturdy piece of equipment. To their credit, this thing is built really strong. I think it's supposed to support 1650 underweight, 1,650 pounds. So I'm assuming, you know, that's why it's such a sturdy build. But the wheels on it almost serves no purpose but to move it around. It doesn't help you maneuver the bike while it's there. My remedy for that was using the cardboard, and once I put it on the cardboard, then while I'm down there, I can slide it, I can maneuver it slightly to have everything to line up. So that was my remedy for it. And again, I'm doing this video for anyone that's thinking about getting this, some of the solutions that they might have as they get it, or some of the things that I encountered. So that was another con, that the wheels don't really provide much support. I see GoRider 1 said he wished it had a handle that would make it easier to maneuver. But once this thing is on the ground and you look under there to try to line it up, I mean, there are ways to line it up, but I want it to be precise. It's not easy to maneuver. All right, let's talk about the pros then. Let's get to the pros. If I remember the other cons, I'll just throw it in there. Now, this thing is sturdy. I love the way it is sturdy. I love the height of it. So yeah, tell me what you think, man. Do you guys think it's worth a little over $1,000? Is the pit bull and those things a better option? I see the things with those is that you can maneuver those things around.
in your garage. I kind of like that. What I don't like about them is it looks like once the bike is on them, you don't have a lot of clearance underneath. Overall, I think this might be a better built system. I've never seen one of those live. I know it's definitely better than anything that I have bought from Harbor Freight. I got a jack there from Harbor Freight. First of all, it doesn't line up with the Goldwing, but the hydraulics on it comes down so fast if you're not very careful in tweaking it, that I have dropped my boulevard off of it, causing a little bit of damage to the boulevard as it went over. I'm hoping I covered everything. Wow, if I had to purchase it again and I knew it was over $1,000, I would probably be a little hesitant. But now that I got it, I'm not sending it back. I'm really starting to like it. I like the way it goes up and down. I like the ability to be able to get under it. Well, not get under it, because I'm not gonna go directly under it, but be able to work on the bike, to be able to clean the bike. I'll probably get my rims powder coated now that I can clean them. Cleaning the rims on the Honda Goldwing is a beast, guys. That's my video, man. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Is it worth $995 plus your duty? $112. Like I said, I'm gonna send these folks an email to let them know that that was a charge that I didn't expect. I don't expect them to do anything about it, but I just want their customers to be aware that the shipping is not included in that $995 where this thing is gonna show up at your house, unless that's a Florida thing or Jacksonville or whatever. Anyway, folks, you know what I always say at the end of my videos, man. I don't care what you ride. Add some protection to your motorcycle. Might be changing these out also. Do the advanced safety classes, guys. Practice your emergency braking, and swerving. At the end of the day, it's better that you drop your bike on a concourse or on a parking lot than to crash them out there on the streets. Rich in the garage with the Big Blue Jack. EazyRizer Big Blue Lift. Tell me, do you think it's worth it? Thanks for watching.
Yeah, man. Rich the return right up on the scene. New chapter unfold, the road stay clean. Me and the Goldwing, you know we are glide. Big chrome machine, good vibration inside. Every mile a journey, every sunrise a prize. So come ride with it and watch the adventure rise.